Alright, y'all. Honestly, I gained a whole lot of weight this year. What's up? It's your girl ShaynaMonét, but you can call me Shay, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a 2022 recap, the good and the bad, and we're going to just go over some of my 2023 goals. I feel like everybody, especially who does YouTube, even if you don't do YouTube, I think everyone should go make a video of themselves of where they want to be in the next year, and then go back and watch it. Go back and see what you actually accomplished. I feel like a lot of the times that also can be your motivation, because me putting it out here gives me that ammunition I need to continue to move forward, because I'm putting it out there. And you know, when you tell people stuff, I don't know if y'all are like me, when I tell people things, I do not want to not accomplish it. I gotta say, I said I was gonna do it, and I did it. So yeah, so let's get right into this video. So I did want to show you all my vision board from this year, 2022. And I also created a vision board for next year, 2023. I would say I did pretty well as far as what I accomplished on this board. So some things that are on this board that I accomplished but didn't accomplish is kind of like a, what is it called when people do two things? It's like it can mean one thing, but anyway. So like for instance, 10K. I did not reach 10K on YouTube or any of my platforms, but I did reach 10K on my other platforms as far as the businesses that I work with. And just being able to do that, I was like, wow. And it just showed also, because I could do it for somebody else, I can do it for me. And I sleep on myself a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I sleep on myself a whole lot, and then I procrastinate. So I want to, that is one of my goals. I want to make sure I'm not procrastinating on my life, because I just feel like we really be sleeping on us. Like, imagine someone telling you they wanted to open a business, and you're probably going to do all the research. Like, if you love them and you care for them, you're going to redo all this research. You're going to help them out. You need to go to this school. You need to do that. You need to reach out to this person. But we don't do the same thing when it comes to ourselves. And it's not that we're not that as passionate. It's just the simple fact that, and I guess in our mind, it's kind of like, can you really do that? So we definitely, and I definitely need to see the passion, not the passion. I definitely need to start looking at myself, how other people look at me, and start striving even more towards my goals, especially with like YouTube and my personal social media account. Alright, so I did make a list, right, of my goals. And like I said, I'm going to do the good and the bad. But first, traveling. I didn't have too much bad as far as with traveling. I did go to a couple of different places. I went to Houston, Texas twice. I went to the DMV, because y'all know that's where I'm from. Woo-woo. But no, I did go to the DMV, DC, Maryland area specifically, to go see my best friend. El Salvador. So I did go to El Salvador for my end of the year, or not really end of the year trip, but birthday trip. It was me and Tara's birthday trip, and that was so amazing. I really enjoy going out the country, and that is on my goals every year, to go out the country at least once. But yeah, so then I went to Miami, I went to Austin, and I went to New Orleans. And yeah, I did the thing this year. I went to a couple of places. Now, the thing about next year, my goals as far as traveling, I want to be more intentional with traveling. So yes, I love to travel to relax, get away, but I would like to take some of that time to actually network. For instance, I want to go to New York Fashion Week next year, and I feel like that's a great opportunity to grow my business. And we'll talk more about my business in a few, but I want to travel more intentionally to network. Everywhere I go, I want to make sure I'm networking with people. I tell people all the time, you don't know who's standing beside you. You could be in the grocery store, y'all. You could be in the grocery store, and think about it, you might be standing beside a billionaire, a millionaire. When I went to Miami, we took a boat tour, and you know, they pointed out Shaq's house, they pointed out other people's houses, and then you say, you know, those other houses though, we don't know who's in them, because a lot of people that are famous, I mean, a lot of people that are rich aren't famous. think about that. Like, really think about that. You could really be staying. A lot of these people do regular things. And then for my goals as far as traveling, I want to travel once a month next year. So I want to travel a total of 12 times, but I would like every month for me to go somewhere new. And then I would like to take 4 out of the country trips. I would love for them to be at the end of each quarter or once in each quarter, but whatever the case may be, I want to take 4 out of the country trips. So if you do not know, or if you're new to my channel, I did buy a house in 2021. Just hit a year. My last video actually talks a little bit more about that. So if you are interested in buying a home in Dallas, Texas, or in general, make sure you go check out that video. But I did buy a home, and buying a home definitely has its highs and its lows. Overall, I enjoy living in my home. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little antsy. I'm ready to move. I talk a little bit more about home buying, like I said in that last video. But if you want to hear more, like pros and cons of living in a home, let me know, because I definitely will do a video on that. But in the new year, I would like to host more gatherings at my house. Whether I do a Friendsmas next year, whether I do a cookout, something. Like, I really want to start planning that very soon. That way I can go ahead and send them out. A lot of my friends are out of my state, so I really would like to do that. And then as well as hosting small like gatherings, like building my network and friendships and other people, and then just start letting them come, you know, hey, come to hang out at the house, things like that. An amazing accomplishment that I accomplished this year was graduating with my bachelor's degree. Yes, I graduated with my bachelor's degree in communication, and I'm so excited and proud of myself. So I'm happy for that. I love everything about me graduating. But let's be real, I'm gonna be real with y'all. When I graduated, I could not find a job. Still to this day, I have not found a job in my career, and it got frustrating. I was like, dang, I have the experience, because my focus was basically what I'm doing now: YouTube, social media management, everything along those lines, everything along the lines of being on social media and just knowing how to project yourself onto social media, right? Obviously overall communication, but I just feel like nobody wanted to give me a chance. And with that, I took the chance to just open my own business. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just open my own. I don't care what nobody say. I'm opening my own business. And I mean, it's been an amazing journey to start my own business. I've been able to work with people I probably would never have thought I would work with, you know, and it's just the beginning. So I think that is so amazing. I've been recognized by people who, you know, like when you know who they are, you're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so recognized me. And like I said, it's only the beginning. So that was a great thing I did do this year. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been busy as hell, and then I haven't been getting paid for me being busy. If you want to be honest, I do not pay myself through my business yet. Now that is a goal for next year. I would love to pay myself through my business, and it's not because I'm not making the money. It's just sometimes you have to, when you first start out with a business, either you're going to go in debt or you're going to use the money that you already have. And that's kind of what it's been, being in rotation. I feel like sometimes you get them months or them days and you be like, dang, one thing went wrong, and now everything. Like for instance, broke my ring light, and now I have to go buy a new light. So now I'm like, okay, well, do I want to buy another ring light, or do I want to invest in a bigger and better ring light? So business ownership has its pros and cons. I do want to talk more about being a business owner over here on my channel this year, but yeah. So graduating and not getting a job definitely led to opening my business. And as far as school, I do want to start with my master's degree this year. I'm just drop that little gem there. I do actually want to start this year. Probably won't be later in the year, but of course I'll take y'all on that journey as well. Y'all, honestly, I gained a whole lot of weight this year. It was not a whole lot. Like, people might be like, okay, Shayna, you didn't gain that much weight. I gained 10 pounds. Actually, I gained a good 15 pounds. But those 10 pounds definitely, it showed in my stomach, it showed in my body, it showed in my clothes, it showed in my appearance. And my goal is to get back to 150. I am documenting that journey as well. Y'all saw like the beginning of me doing that, but because we fell into the holidays, I kind of just slowed down as far as posting about it. But I will be posting about it come the new year again. So if you want to follow me on just losing that weight and then staying healthy, like my biggest goal is to stay fit consistently, even if I'm just working out 2 to 3 times a week and making sure I hit that 30-minute walk. And then with eating healthy, I really do want to start my own garden this year. I really just like small stuff. Maybe start with some tomatoes, some potatoes, an onion, something really small, and then work my way up. Because one, I told you I spent a lot of money this year, and I want to be very intentional when spending money. And that's actually the next thing on my list. Is I made a lot of money, but I spent a lot of money, and I feel like I spent more money this year than I had, like or excuse me, that had came in. And it's just, you just like, dang, like if I really break down the numbers, you'd be like, what did you spend it on? And the problem is with me spending money this year, I feel like I didn't get an investment out of it. I didn't let me take that back. I did get a couple investments out of it. It was some of the stuff that I had to spend money on, and it's a long-term investment. But a lot of the things I didn't. And next year, I want to be very intentional with spending my money. And lastly on my list, I have, some of y'all might know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I deal with seasonal depression. And with dealing with seasonal depression, sometimes it can mess up things. So I know that my depression, it lasts from November to February. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it had to do with childhood and then growing, you know, just something about being in the month. As well as, I don't like the cold weather. I do not like the cold weather. I like it to be nice, hot, warm. I like to be in water, okay? Now, of course, if I'm like going on a trip and I have to be in the cold weather, that's one thing. But as far as constantly being in cold weather, I have to have some type of warmth, and water is my opposite sign. I'm a fire sign, so it balances me out. So I love to be in water, by the beach, it's amazing to me. Those are some of the reasons I do have seasonal depression. And I would say that this year I definitely kind of started curving it, because instead of like laying in the bed in my sorrows, I was like, no, we're going to get up and make this bed. And I think over the last 2 months, I probably didn't make my bed maybe 3 times. And but I was out of the bed, you know? So that is better than just sitting there eating. I did binge eat a little bit, like I did kind of, you know, eat a little bit. That's why I gained a little bit of weight. But I've caught my signs of depression, and I moved forward. Like I figured out a way to move forward and move past it, because I didn't want to be sitting in my sorrows. And next year, as far as my seasonal depression, or just depression in general, because sometimes, you know, I get it throughout the year as well, I just want to make sure I am more intentional with what I am doing. So for instance, if I feel sad, go do something that makes me happy. If you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and comment down something below. Comment down a goal. That actually does help me. All of those things, liking, commenting, subscribing, actually does help my channel. And if you actually support me, you know, can you just do those extra bit of things? That way YouTube can push my video out some more. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.